When you first log into StockTrak, you'll be taken to your dashboard page. This page has a lot of summary information for your portfolio. At the top of the screen, you can find your portfolio summary with your portfolio value, percentage return, cash balance, and buying power. This will also rotate to show you some of the performance of common indices, ETFs, and commodities. You can hide this summary at any time by clicking the Hide Summary button near the top of the page. Below the summary, you can see any assignments you have active and switch between them, along with your current class. Most students only have one class, but if you have multiple portfolios under your professor, you can switch between them here. Next, you'll see announcements made by your professor. These are messages that your professor can post to all the students in the class. This can include class announcements, messages specific to you from your professor, and any documents they've uploaded, like a syllabus. There's also a class forum where students can ask questions and receive answers from other students in the class. You can see any of the most recent topics posted in the class forum along with any replies that have been made. You can also see your current progress on your StockTrak assignment, if you have one, along with some more information on your portfolio, such as the available cash, the interest you've earned on cash, any loan balance you have, any balance on bonds, and more. To the left, you can find the market summary. This is a summary of some of the most common ETFs used as indices across the system. You can also build your own watch list of stocks you don't necessarily want to buy, but you would like to keep track of. We also have a pie chart available that will show your portfolio breakdown by asset class, industry, specific symbols, or the size of the companies you've invested in. If you need trading ideas, to the left you can find lists of the top gainers and top losers. These are the stocks that have had the most price movement in the last day. You can also get a brief snapshot of the rankings of your class, as well as the most recent trades that you've placed. From the main menu, some of the most common pages you'll need to manage your portfolio are under your Dashboard and My Portfolio tabs. Under the Dashboard, you can go to the class forum to make posts in the class forum or respond to messages other students have posted. Go to your StockTrak assignment to see your current assignment progress, items you need to fulfill, or switch between assignments. Or you can go to Edit Profile to change your email address or change your password. To return to your dashboard page, click Dashboard on the main menu. Let's take a look at the class forum first. This is your StockTrak class forum. You can post messages or respond to messages posted by other students. To create a new message for other students to see, click Create New Post. Then give it a subject, a title, and a message. It will then appear in the list of posts made in your class forum. To respond to a post made by another student, click the post name, and then you can leave any reply you'd like. Everyone in your class can see these messages at any time. Next, we'll check out the StockTrak assignments page. If your professor has created an assignment for you to complete, it will appear here. You can see all of the items you need to do, for example, watching the tutorial videos, along with any trading assignments that the professor has assigned. For example, making a certain number of limit orders, a certain number of stop orders, or buying certain types of stocks. You can see the quantity required as the left column and how many you've completed as the right column. On the far right, you can see your percentage completed for each item. You can do more than what is assigned, but your percentage completed will not go above 100%. You can switch between any assignments you have active using the dialog near the top of the page. Next, we'll look at the Edit Profile page. This is where you can change your email address or password along with any other information that you have regarding your account. To change your password, enter your current password and then enter a new password and a confirmation. Then click Save at the bottom of the page to update your password. The same goes for your email address. Just enter the new email address you wish to change to and click Save at the bottom of the page to confirm. Next, we'll look at managing your portfolio directly. This means looking at your current open positions, your transaction histories, and some of the other information regarding your portfolio other than trading. To access these, go to My Portfolio at the top of the page. All of these items are under this menu. First, we'll go to the open positions. Your open positions page lists all of your current holdings. You can view all of your holdings as a standard list view or as a series of charts for 1 day, 1 month, or 1 year. These charts are color-coded. They will be green if you're making money on each stock, and they'll be red if you're losing money. Under the standard view, you can get a little bit more information for each item as well. The first button will take you to the charts page for this stock, so you can see its performance over the last day, month, year, or longer. The next button will take you to company news for each stock that you own. You can also click Trade to trade this stock immediately from your portfolio. You can also see the quantity you've purchased, the currency of this position, the price paid, last price, days change, how much you've made or lost in the local currency exchange rate, the current market value, and your percentage gain or loss on each position. Your open positions will only show 10 positions at a time. To see more, click the pagination buttons near the bottom of the page. All prices on your open positions page are delayed by 15 minutes, but they do update throughout the day. You'll see them flashing green or red if the price goes up or down. To trade a position, click the Trade button, which will take you to the trading page with the order pre-filled out to close out your position. You can only see one security type at a time. By default, we'll show you all of your stocks and ETFs, but you can switch between them using this Switch Security Type dialog near the top of the chart. Let's switch to options. For any options that you own, if possible, you can also exercise them directly from your open positions. This will give you a confirmation message showing your potential gain or loss. Generally speaking, you're going to be making more money if you sell the option rather than exercise it. However, we do give the option to exercise options as well. Next, we'll take a look at the closed positions page. Your closed positions is an estimate of how much profit and loss you've made on each trade you've made. You can see the dates that you closed the position, the symbol that you traded, the types of orders that were used to close this position, the price, the multiplier if this was an options or futures trade, the exchange rate, and the prices that you receive for each trade, along with your estimated profit and loss. Your closed positions page is only an estimate. This is because you can use different accounting methods to come to different items for profit and loss. For example, first in, first out accounting, last in, first out accounting, or weighted averages. This uses a weighted average of all your purchase and sale prices for each symbol. So if you trade the same symbol many times at many different prices, your closed positions will be more and more inaccurate. These values on this page are not used in your portfolio calculation. This is meant only as a reference point. To calculate your actual profit and loss, you'll go to your transaction history page. Your transaction history page lists every trade that you've placed on the system. This would include the trade date, the type of trade made along with the security type, the symbol, the company name, quantity, price in the local currency, commission charge, total charged for the trade, and the exchange rate you received when trading. You can also export this data to Excel. you can put whatever date range you need and then click the Export button to download this as an Excel spreadsheet for your own reference. You can also change different reference points by using the date picker. By changing different time frames, you can get different trades loading. Note, not all of your trades may show at the same time. You may need to use the page buttons at the bottom of the page to see more of your trades. If you use the Excel spreadsheet export, you can export all of your trades at once. Very similar to the transaction history page is the order history page. The order history page will list every order you've placed in the system, regardless of whether or not it has filled. For example, here I have an order that is still open for Sprint stock. You can tell because the status at the far right shows open. If you have an open order, you can cancel it at any time by clicking the Cancel button under the order date. Orders that are open have not yet filled, and so you can cancel them. If you have a limit order, for example, that expires, it will show that it has been canceled by the system as well. That way you can see the status of any limit order you've placed and modify them from here. Next, we'll look at the portfolio summary page. This is some more information about your portfolio and your class rules. For example, you can find your total cash balances, your balance from short sales, any loan balance you may have, the total interest you've earned on your cash, interest you've charged on loan for margin trading, and more information on this page. Near the bottom, you can find your class rules. For example, the currency of the class, whether or not day trading and short selling are allowed, along with the class start and end dates. Your rankings page will show your performance relative to all other students in the class. It will have each student's username, full name, their market value, their portfolio value, how many trades they've made, and a chart showing their gain or loss. If your professor allows alpha, beta, or Sharpe ratio rankings, you can also change these using the dialog near the top of the page. You can also look at historical rankings. This will load the rankings for any previous day. You can click the Export to Excel button to export any historical rankings you wish. And finally, the last item under My Portfolio is Graph My Portfolio. This is where you can find a couple useful things that you may need for building any reports you have. First, it will load a graph showing your portfolio value versus a benchmark value over the duration of 1 month or a 3-month period. Second, the Export the Historical Portfolio Values button will show you a dialog showing you all of your historical portfolio values for the duration of the contest. You can also export these values to Excel using the Export button near the top of the page. If you have any questions or need any more help, go to Contact Us and check the FAQ at the far right of the top menu. If you aren't able to find any questions, the answers to your questions in the FAQ, you can always contact support at the bottom of the page.